It's Wednesday, March 28th, 2023, and you're listening to Tell It Right Podcast. All right, we're back for another episode of Tell It Right Podcast with myself, Mike, and across the internet is Jared.
Yes, across the interwebs. I'm across the interwebs on the line.
Interwebs.
On the line.
Jared, how are you doing? We got C2E2 this weekend in Chicago.
I'm excited. It's going to be interesting. Yeah. You haven't been. I went last year.
Oh, yeah.
And it was...
That's right, because it was in the end of the year last year, right?
Yeah. Yeah, last year it was
like
a little...
October or something?
It was September.
Oh, okay.
September. So it was like, we went to Fan Expo in August. It was like the first week of August. And then a month later was C2E2. Not knowing what the hell I was doing. And I went to both of them, like, in succession.
Wild.
So, yeah, you're in for a treat. It's the McCormick Center. So, like, if you ever run to the auto show, it's nice the way it's laid out and everything. But,
yeah,
like, if you remember the Fan Expo, you're going to see this and you'll be like, damn, this is definitely different. So,
I'm looking forward to it. But anybody out there that doesn't know what we're talking about here. So coming up April 1st, well, that's when we're going to be there. Jared and myself will be nomading at the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, hence C2E2. So like Jared was saying, this is going to be taking place in good old Chicago at the magnificent McCormick Place Convention Center right off the lake. So if anyone is listening and will be attending, just look out for Jared and myself. Come say hi. We'll be there socializing. We'll be networking. And just continuing our fucking awesome documentary that we're working on here.
Yes.
So
we shall continue that. It'll be a good time. Come talk to us.
Yeah, come talk to us. We got a lot to talk about. We'll sit you down and we'll talk your ear off. That's what we do. You check out the lineup though. Like,
yeah,
it is like to me, it's like a Smallville Boy Meets World reunion. You just notice that too?
They got that, and then they just like somehow pulled out of their ass Chris Evans.
Yeah, I saw that too. I thought that was pretty random. Like, we're the rest of the Avengers, you know?
Yeah, they didn't get anybody else. So it's not really, usually they go along with like a theme, Yeah. Like the Smallville, we're going to get all the Smallville people, and we're going to get all the Boy Meets World people, and then they just have Chris Evans. Like,
right.
It's like, I think it was because they didn't have anybody big enough to really draw a crowd. Like, it's going to be fun, but I don't think there's going to be enough people going to this specifically for like autograph stuff, other than Chris Evans.
Right.
It's like, who the hell cares about Smallville? Like,
who? I mean, Bosco's going to be there. Bosco Stick Dante. And yeah. But we were talking about, though, the Smallville people, though.
Yeah.
You know who I was surprised that wasn't on that list there? Was Allison Mack. But I guess actually she's in jail, so, for human trafficking.
Alice, I don't know who that is.
All right, that was just a jab at... you remember the Nexus group? Or the Nexus cult? The sex cult?
No.
You don't remember that a few years ago? Okay.
Pizza shit.
Yeah, it's technically, yeah, I guess. But it was Allison Mack and some other weirdos, and they were recruiting people, and they were being human trafficked. I don't know. Maybe Epstein had something to do with it. I don't know. But yeah, she ended up going to jail though. She was definitely convicted of shit. So.
Damn.
I was just making a jab at it because like everybody from Smallville was there, and I'm like, oh, where's Allison Mack? Like, what if you walked up to all of them and you're like, hey guys, hey, where's Allison at? And they just all look at you like, you're an asshole, dude. You're an asshole.
Well, if you didn't know though, you've been living under a rock for a few years. It's COVID.
Listen, guys, I was kidnapped 20 years ago. And I've been under a rock. This is the first time I've actually seen public. I'm just coming to Comic-Con to release myself into the public. Where the fuck's Allison Mack? She ran a sex cult. Right. She's in jail.
Ridiculous.
Mr. Feeney's going to be there, though.
How is that guy still alive?
Because he's just like one of those old guys that takes care of himself. I bet he eats like grapefruit every morning.
You think he's got like cum gutters?
Oh, yeah.
Like just an old man that he can do like backflips and shit.
No, he takes good care of himself. And then also
he's
got money
sprinkled with a little what is that natural sugar stevia plant?
Yeah, he sprinkles the stevia, he puts a little cherry in the center.
Yeah. He eats it with a spoon, like a half of a grapefruit.
Or he has the Jack LaLanne juicer.
He's completely plain yogurt along with that. Like nothing in it.
Greek.
Just like plain Greek. Maybe vanilla flavored yogurt.
I would think he'd have like licorice flavored. You know, like straight black licorice.
I despise black licorice. Like people that like that flavor, they have issues.
Well, yeah, because back in the day there was no flavor. They had like none of the chemicals that we have now. That makes like all these awesome flavors.
People still to this day like that flavor though.
I mean, it's an acquired taste, dude. It's like coffee. You know, like when you first drink coffee. Hold on, when you first drink coffee, it's pretty fucking garbage. And then like, you know, back in the early days, you loaded it up with cream. But one day you grew hair on your chest and you're like, I can drink this black all day. Watch me. And you do. And you like it. You know, it's just like my grandpa always said. He used to go up the hill to school and then back down barefoot. And he used to eat dirt and he liked it.
And that's why he liked black licorice.
That and black coffee. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
maybe
that was a metaphor for back in the day where there was no flavor, honestly.
Yeah, but like people still eat like Good and Plenty and like weird black licorice flavored shit. And the smell of it. I
don't think they enjoy it. I don't. Maybe maybe it's like people who enjoy pain. You know, like they inflict pain on themselves. They're popping Good and Plenties because it's just terrible. Maybe like they just want something terrible,
right?
You know, like hey, I just had a streak of eating good foods and you know good things. Maybe I just want something that tastes like complete dog poop for once. Oh, Good and Plenties, straight licorice.
Ugh.
Straight black licorice.
Yeah, I mean it's like licking the bottom of a shoe, it's like boot leather. It's like gnawing on a Wolverine work boot. That is black licorice. It's disgusting. Like I don't like who's like, man, I'm gonna go grab some Good and Plenty. Like, no.
My dad.
No, same. My dad eats Good and Plenty and loves it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is with you people? Like, there is just something wrong. Like, if you had a choice, and there's like, okay, there's red licorice, which is like, you know, cherry or strawberry.
I would eat that all day. That's fine. Not the red vine. That's gross, but Twizzler.
Red vines are different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could still eat a red vine. It definitely is different. It's not a Twizzler. But
right.
Nonetheless, I would choose either a red vine or a Twizzler over a black licorice.
Oh,
like if somebody had the choice, and you do, like you go into a candy place, or you're like, oh, look at this candy. Like my mind isn't like, I want that disgusting black licorice flavor. It's I want the good tasting stuff. But people actually choose the black licorice. Like you said, I think they just like torturing themselves.
Yeah,
they're just like masochists.
For sure. Like, yeah, it's like inflicting pain on yourself. You know, taking like a whip to your back, like the guy in Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
This is just a more subtle way and like a more like sane way of doing it. Like, yeah, give me the bag of the black licorice.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody feels guilty about something today.
Maybe it's Catholics. Maybe you have to be a Catholic to eat black licorice. It's like instead of doing a Hail Mary, you better eat a whole box of Good and Plenty.
You go to confession like, hey, I sinned, and yeah, one pound of black licorice should
absolve you.
Should fix everything.
It's just awful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Whatever.
So when we're at C2E2, I should just have some black licorice on hand. Like, here you go, Mr. Feeney. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
that. Should
You're
be a
gentleman.
That should be a question we ask people. Do you like black licorice?
Yeah. Do you eat black licorice? Yeah. Why? I ought to torture myself.
Right.
Sometimes when I feel like a piece of shit, I just eat black licorice and I feel better about myself.
I feel like more like a piece. I feel like shit inside instead of the outer shell.
Yeah. When I feel guilty about things, I eat black licorice to inflict pain on myself.
Didn't that guy in the Da Vinci Code have like a garter belt that was like it was like spikes? Tighten it. Yeah, it was like spikes into his skin.
He fucked himself up like big time. Like it was probably good he died in that movie. Like he finally was put out of his misery.
You're spoiling the ending.
Yeah, I mean, who hasn't seen Da Vinci Code? Probably
I don't know.
Good million out there haven't.
Probably.
But so yeah, Mr. Feeney's gonna be there with his black licorice. Sean Hunter, he's gonna be there. But the Lawrence brother isn't gonna be there. Because that was actually his older brother in the show. So yeah, because they got their own. See, that's when I started realizing when people are making money, they're not at fan expos or the Comic Cons. They're off filming and doing filming stuff. But it's like
yes
really
I mean,
yeah, yes and no. But I feel like for the most part, like unless there's a really good deal to be there, like hey, if I need a few bucks to cover the taxes this month or the appliances,
well, I mean,
whatever.
Look at the Fan Expo. They're gonna have Katie Sackhoff and Emily Swallows from The Mandalorian. I mean, they should be working on shit right?
Today. But remember, like, what's her face? Gina Carrero or whatever.
Yeah.
She left like last minute. She was
but she was going through all that bullshit too at the time.
True. That is true.
And so a lot of what they do is like you can kind of get a better idea of who's going to be at this shit from like other versions in other cities. So like they just had one. I don't remember what city it was in, but all of these people were there. There was like one in like Oregon and like Portland or some shit for a fan expo out there. And like all the Back to the Future people were there. But like you said, those people are just hurting.
Back to the Future for sure. I mean, I see Mayor Goldie Wilson freaking still campaigning for his mayor position in Hill Valley. Like every now and then I just see that dude going, I forget his line, but he's like, hey everybody, something like that. Goldie Wilson here.
I don't know if that's what he sounds like.
I don't know. He's kind of got like a high voice.
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yeah. Mr. Poopy Butthole. But who else did I see was going to be here? Isn't there some
a lot of anime people,
Buffy people here, or is that going to be Fan Expo? There's going to be a lot of Buffy people.
I don't remember. It might be that one. It might be C2E2.
Yeah, I don't see too many. There's a lot of voice actors. Oh, Svengoolie. I didn't know that guy was alive. Unless it's just like
I didn't know that either.
Like, is it the same guy, or is it just like somebody takes on the role? Like,
No, it's just the same guy. It's not. It's not like what's that show? The TARDIS.
Doctor Who. Yeah,
Yeah,
Doctor
it's not
Who.
Doctor Who. Sven Gulli is not like Doctor Who. It's not like somebody just takes over the job. That old motherfucker is still that dude. You know, I think he's still on TV. He just does like Three Stooges episodes and like like movies on WGN or some shit like during the daytime. The Sven
My
Gulli.
neighbor across the street used to dress up as Spenguli for Halloween.
That's kind of creepy.
It was awesome. No, for Halloween. Not like every day.
Well, even
like...
yeah, but even then, I mean, Sven Gulli is not like nobody nowadays knows who that is unless you're like within a certain age group.
Yeah,
because you really don't.
He's
I mean, you
been
don't
doing
have.
this since 1970. Is it the same guy?
So how old is he? He has to be. How old is he?
He was born in 1936. Oh, it says 77. Oh no, he's dead.
Then how can he be there?
Yeah.
No, that can't be right.
It's a doctor. No, it's a. If you look at the picture, the guy, he doesn't have like. He's got like one little wrinkle. It's got to be another. Hold on.
A new Sven Gulli? Maybe
this is like the same thing they did with the groundhog. This is the same thing they do with the groundhog. They tell everybody the groundhog's never died. He's like 500 years old, or as old as like the country is. But like, yeah, he's never died. But the one died this year, and they're covering it up. And then they're just gonna say, "Oh no, yeah," they're just gonna say Paul Tuxie, whatever, Paul or Phil,
Punxsutawney Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil.
So you're telling me
I can never pronounce.
You're telling me that the Sven Gulli guy died this year?
No, he died in 2013. September 15th, 2013 is when they said he died.
They have somebody that replaced him.
There has to be
somebody that replaced him.
I'm trying to look into this.
Are they saying that the original Sven Gulli died, but they've replaced him a long time ago? Because I swear it's the same dude that I always remember. He's just gotten fat and old.
Yeah, I don't know who this Sven Gulli is. They're saying he's dead, but he's... I don't know. There's all these other actors, it looks like. I'm trying to see right now, though. Has Sven Gulli been replaced? Sven Gulli launched his nationwide talent search. Yeah, apparently they've been replacing the guy for over 40 years.
That's kind of messed up.
That's pretty Doctor Who-ish, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, for sure. So, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. So Sven Gulli's going to be there. I know the Black Power Ranger's going to be there. Not the black one, but the Asian one. I don't think he's Asian. I don't know how I would get this mixed up.
Kind of Spanish. Some kind of Spanish, maybe. Oh, you should have seen this chick. She was so hot. She must have been Spanish or something. Or what? What did he go? Oh, you should have saw this Italian chick. She was so hot. Or maybe she was some kind of Spanish.
What's that from? Family Guy?
Family Guy.
That sounds like similar to the episode where they were spies, and they were like with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, and there was like the crazy line that was used to like activate the Russian sleeper cell.
Yeah. No, this was Peter Erotica, where he was writing like the erotic novels, and Betty White was reading it like on tape, and it was called like the hot chick that was totally Italian, or maybe some kind of Spanish.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She's like, "Hi, I'm Betty White, and I'll be reading the hot chick that was totally Italian, or maybe some kind of Spanish." By Peter Griffin.
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Mark Blucas. He's from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was like this like CIA FBI agent that they brought in one point of the fucking thing. Just kind of stupid. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who was
Nobody
Buffy?
cares about that shit. Wasn't
Yeah.
it what's her face? That hot chick?
Yeah, I can't remember her name. It wasn't Sarah. No, it was like
Yeah, Sarah Gellar.
Michelle
Sarah
Gellar.
Michelle
Yeah.
Gellar. Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah. Who played the original Buffy in the 80s movie with the dude from 90210
I
or
don't know.
Melrose Place? I forget which one.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah. Just remember that I was the Eskimo actor, Jennifer Love Hewitt. God. And you'll never see Family Guy here because they make money.
No. Yep.
Zachary Levi, that's your other kind of big name guy. But
from Shazam.
I've been reading that whole franchise is tanking. They've given everything to James Gunn. Yeah, and it's just now it's falling apart.
Yeah.
And they can't get it right ever. Well, it's just
because they keep on changing shit up.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's worse than the X-Men thing, man.
Yeah, the X-Men was pretty bad. Well, here's the problem. Yeah. Like, so what is happening to DC is the same thing that happened with Spider-Man. They just keep on restarting the same fucking story over and over. Like, bats. Like, how many times can you redo Batman, like, from the beginning? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, dude, I got a better take on
it. We're going to have, we're going to have a different Batman this time and all this and that shit. And then they're like, well, it's like the DC multiverse. It's like, no, you can't do the multiverse shit now because that's what Marvel's doing. And that's just fucking everything up, too. I mean, all this multiverse bullshit is just their excuse of how they can make new movies out of bullshit. It's like, what died with Endgame and just be done with it. But the way that Marvel got away with it is they kept their characters the same people.
Yeah.
For throughout that whole series.
And it was consistent. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like every person has like a different take on it, and it just doesn't make sense. But like apparently, like The Rock has been trying to become like the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, and so, but he did a terrible job with the Shazam movie and Black Adam and all that, and it's not happening. The Rock's
that was just a dumb storyline. It was just a dumb storyline.
Right. I've never seen Shazam though. I don't know if I want to see it at least once.
It's not terrible, but it's not good either. Yeah, I mean the problem with it is like DC has always been dark, right?
Yeah,
like kind of gritty, and I feel like Shazam and Black Adam and all those like were really geared towards kids, to push like, oh, there's a kid here and we're gonna save, and this is what a kid could do, and this and that. Like Black Adam, like it could have been a really good movie, but then they had this stupid ass kid in there that he had to save and like babysit the whole time, like, and you just want to slap him. But
I want to see the movie with Sinbad.
You're not going.
I want to see the Shazam with Sinbad.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
It exists. It exists somewhere. No. I do like how he did come back. He did make like some kind of spoof here in later years to fuck with people on this. He actually acts in like a skit that's pretending like these kids found, or it was like they tried shooting it like it was back in the day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, I don't know, dude. he was like a genie that popped out of a bottle, you know. But what was the other thing? It was Kazam. That was with
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal. He was the
Yes.
genie that popped out of the bottle for sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
people think I think the real deal with that Mandela effect is people could just get confused with the fact there was something with Sinbad. Just don't think it was called Kazam or Shazam or anything like that. I don't even think it was anything close, but I think there was a movie he made that was like he was like a genie or something. But I don't know.
I don't
But
know. I think it's.
it wasn't like that.
I think before
You know,
2013 there was a Shazam, and
there
then once
might
they
have
turned on
been.
that particle collider, that all changed.
Yeah. Well, you know what else changed, Jared?
What's that?
Fucking Justin Roiland's charges. They've
Oh
all been
yeah.
dropped. So if everybody remembers back in January of 2023, Mr. Justin Roiland, the voice of Rick, Morty, many other people on the show Rick and Morty, was charged with one felony count of domestic battery with corporeal injury and one felony count of false imprisonment. But recently, Orange County District Attorney's Office has said in a statement, we dismissed the charges as a result of having insufficient evidence to prove the case beyond a reasonable doubt, therefore clearing Justin Roiland's name.
Mm. Didn't I
So
say he was going to
there,
get out of it somehow?
yeah, you did,
And then I started to get into it where like everybody started dropping him, and that made you think
yeah,
that there had to be some type of evidence proving this, like when they're just dropping him like a bad habit,
right,
and then just come to find out if they just didn't want to be associated with it, because people were spreading like ridiculous rumors too.
right. The media, they totally had him like they. It's basically they took things out of content and they really shaded him darker than he was.
Yeah.
Like I now feel like a fool because I'm reading all these articles like, oh, he really wasn't a contribution to Rick and Morty. Oh, he was a fucking jagoff to everybody anyways. And I guess if
Hmm.
you really look in the hindsight, if we really had all the information, we probably find out, well, yeah, there's been some things he doesn't really contribute to because he's more focused on another aspect of the show. And then, where the thing where he doesn't talk with employees or something like that, you might find out that someone does work for a subcontractor. And of course, they don't really see him because they're in another complete studio or something. And
Yeah.
they have nothing to do with them. But the way it's written it makes it sound like these are people that are supposed to be like close and working directly with them, but just never see them and shit like that. So that's kind of fucked up.
Hmm. Hmm.
But like, I mean, some
Yeah.
of these charges though, like, so state of California says domestic battery is any willful, unlawful touching that is harmful or offensive against your current or former spouse or fiance, your current or former cohabitant, the mother or father of your child, an individual with whom you have or used to have dating relations with. So that's pretty
I
broad
mean,
spectrum right there.
yeah, it was
Corporeal
probably.
injury. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say it's probably just some ex girlfriend that
Oh
you
yeah,
know
wants something.
trying to
Just
get
trying to
shit
use
out
the
of him.
California laws against them.
Yeah.
Corporeal injury is willfully inflicting a physical injury resulting in a traumatic condition on an intimate partner. So that's basically saying like,
He did butt sex on her.
yeah, and then
She
slapped
was
her in the back of the
traumatized.
head. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
doggy. He
traumatized.
doggy punched her.
He's gonna come back and sue for corporeal injury because she pegged him, shoved a salted stick of butter up his ass, and then pegged
Yeah,
him.
and then wrote it on 4chan
Yeah, and then put it on and puts it up on 4chan.
with Chris
Which
Chan.
speaking, which speaking of that, they brought back 4chan. It's up
Did they?
again. Yeah, I didn't think that was ever coming back, but I don't know. I don't know if like you could still be anonymous. Maybe you're not allowed to be anonymous on it anymore. That was just a negative space, least to say.
We should go on that and just mess with people.
We should, or we should try to find some funny fucking shit. There probably is. If it's like it was back in the day.
I still think we need to do that Omelga or whatever it is, where just randomly.
Oh, that like chat roulette thing.
Yeah, it just randomly puts us in a room, and then we just ask people questions, like random, like lightning round questions. Like hit them with the hard one.
We could probably hook it up to here on Riverside.
That would be awesome. We need to do that.
I mean, we could hook Riverside up to like Facebook and YouTube and do live streams with it, which that might be something here in the future, guys. So,
watch
the
Jared and Mike chat roulette.
Oh God, that's just. It'd probably be just weird.
That would be, but it'd be awesome at the same time.
Yeah. So, what are you doing? We're doing a podcast.
Just random interviews with people. That'd be great. Classic.
Oh man. But so yeah, Mr. Roiland also got this last charge of false imprisonment, which that's defined as when they engage in the act of restraint on another person, which confides in persons in a restricted area. I don't even know what the fuck that means besides restrain another person in pretty much like a confined space or something like that.
So basically, he locked the door and put it in a chick's butt.
So that's fucked up.
These are all like the technical terms, right?
Right. But man, so that's just really fucked up. I mean, he literally got excommunicated, like you were saying earlier, like just overnight.
Mm-hmm.
Like they just all dropped him. So now I want to know what's next. So he's clear of the charges. So now do they come back with like that? My question is this what they discuss behind the closed doors? Like, listen, you're going to get a lot of backlash for this. You know, it is going to look bad. But if you're really innocent, you know, things will be all right. We'll bring you right back. But we're going to just announce basically I wonder if the game sometimes is like, listen, we're going to say we're cutting ties with you. But if you're really telling the truth and this does blow over, yeah, of course you're coming back. You know, no doubt about it. Or is it basically they're going to be like on their knees begging him to come back? And now he's going to have like this leverage where, all right, well, I'm going to get this, that, these, and those now because you guys practically, you know, you took my freedom.
He might be able to just sue the shit out of him for like wrongful termination and stuff.
Right.
And for making him look bad over something. I mean, there's always, you know, whatever happened to, you know, innocent until proven guilty. Now it's like guilty until proven innocent for everything nowadays.
Yeah, it's Germany.
As soon as somebody says something, oh, this person did this, it's like, well, they must have done it, you know. But at the end of the day, we realize there's a bunch of lying sacks of shit out there that are just out for a buck. I mean, look at this thing with Gwyneth Paltrow, where like she was in a ski accident or something. And everybody's like, yeah, if this was anybody else, you know, other than Gwyneth Paltrow that would have gotten into this ski accident, this would never have come to this. People would have moved on with their day and it would have been over with. But these people are trying to get their 5 minutes of fame and get some money from, you know, famous people because they feel the need to exploit them.
Yeah, it's messed up. It's crazy.
It's like a grown-ass man got hit by Gwyneth Paltrow in a skiing accident, and then he's suing her because he hurt him, or she hurt him. It's like, dude, how much of a pansy are you that you got hit by a woman and she took you out? Like, I'm sorry.
Well,
you must
I mean, like,
just a terrible skier. And
how low is it that, like, basically he took her out or she took him out?
I don't know what happened really. I mean, they said
I
that
could
they
see
collided.
somebody. I could see somebody taking her out and then suing her for just being in the way
Right.
too. You know what I
Apparently,
mean?
like,
Like
they
vice versa.
collided. Yeah, they, like, collided,
Yeah,
and, like, he got hurt, and she waited there for, like, the ski patrol people to come and help, and then,
and then he
like,
just
af
sandbagged her.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that fucking
So,
bitch there, she ran into me. I was just standing here, and she's like, "What? I was standing here, but yeah,
right.
yeah, it's stupid, man. Like, it's like it's like the grifters just like running in front of a moving car when it's going real slow, and then
Right.
pretending like they got hit, and it was now they're really hurt. And
Yeah.
hey, all right, here's $500. Shut the fuck up and don't ever talk about this again. You
Right.
know, everybody wants that. They just want a quick payday.
Oh,
So,
well.
but yeah, I mean, I'm disappointed though. At the end of the day, I mean, I feel stupid for falling into the media's stupid trap with
Mhm.
their stupid misinformational lies.
Yeah.
And it just kind of sucks that a creative person like Mr. Roland here just got screwed over. And like you said, there was like no due process. He was guilty the moment this charge got released to the public.
Yeah.
But really, and then all of a sudden now there's not enough information to corroborate what actually happened, so there's no charge
Yeah.
dropped. Like why? Yeah, why don't they wait? That's what's fucked up. It's like it's always something to do with private companies, right? They're because they're a private company or whatever.
Well, they're trying to save their own image. Oh, we don't
Right.
associate with people like this because they're probably trying to get out of it because of the stupid cancel culture nowadays. Oh, Justin Roiland, he abuses women and all this and that, or this and that, and that's what they're like trying to portray about
I
him.
I
But he
just don't understand.
didn't do
Yeah.
anything. Oh, he's a bad guy
Well,
because
that's
he
what I'm
had these
saying. Like,
charges.
why couldn't we just wait till a trial and then until a verdict, and then okay, he's been proven guilty. We cut our ties. But that's
Because
not
that's
what.
not how
Yeah,
companies try to get ahead of the game, right? They don't want to have that on their.
it's. I just think it's stupid. It's just like, well, it's yeah. I don't know. I just don't see like how all of a sudden now everybody doesn't want to fucking watch Adult Swim because Justin Roiland was a wife beater, but now it's been proven that there's no evidence to support it. So I don't know. I get
So
it.
now what? Right. Oh well. People are assholes. That's the problem.
But Justin
We'll see how
Roiland,
this
I hope you get
goes.
everything you want. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I hope you get everything you want, you need. Get this show back going. Give us 10 more seasons of Rick and Morty until you
Yeah.
retire and croak. Be
And
the
then you can
servant that you were
imprison as
born
many
to
people
be.
as imprison as
Yeah.
many people as you want after that, and put it
I
in their
just
butt
can
and smack
see it
them.
moving forward. Like, I could see, like, Dan Harmon, like, if they don't let Justin come back or do something like give him a good deal, I could just see Dan Harmon writing a bunch of jokes about imprisoning people and not
Probably.
having enough evidence.
Right.
Like the
That'd be
it's gonna
awesome.
be like the next it's gonna be the next season that's just gonna be every episode's gonna be that. Like people yeah, I was locked in there. Oh, there's no evidence. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mr. Poopy Butthole comes out.
Right.
I was locked in Rick's lab for 10 decades. Something like that. I don't know.
Oh
So
well.
good luck, Justin. And yeah, I think that's finally it for this podcast with all the technical difficulties we've had this half here.
Yeah.
Hopefully the next round's gonna work out a little better. I'm gonna have some cutting to do,
Yeah. Good luck with all that.
right? For everybody, just if for whatever reason, if you're just tuning in at the end of this, I don't know why. You're probably not even at this point. And probably will never get to this point. But no, anyways. We've had some technical difficulties tonight, so I do apologize for the choppiness that you're going to see here, or that you've already seen here.
Yeah.
But
oh well.
You guys, stay tuned. Make sure you're sharing, you're following, leaving us comments, telling us what's up. Again, we're going to be at the C2E2 event here, April 1st, Saturday, McCormick Place, Chicago, Illinois. We'll see you next time. We'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah. Peace out.
That's our show. Please make sure to subscribe to catch all the latest episodes of Tell It Right podcast. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. And you may find yourself in another part of the world. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. And you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.